Hi, this is Scott over at the NASCA Richmond studios. We are in the middle of what is clearly the second wave of this pandemic. And so we have moved to filming outdoors, not just masks, but also in outdoor spaces. So please bear with us as you hear occasional background road noise or planes flying overhead. We're all doing our best to capture best practices in learning while keeping everybody as safe as we possibly can.
My name is Mike Copa. I'm an architect licensed in Virginia. I'm a Virginia native. I've lived my whole life in Virginia. I'm the director of Division of Engineering and Buildings. As the director, it is my responsibility to be the state building official and the capital outlay guy. And so that's basically what I do. The key here is that I'm the state building official, and under the state building official, we have to do inspections. We are responsible for, under the Virginia Construction Code, doing construction inspections. We have got people who do construction inspections for us. We've got special inspectors. We've got agency personnel who do inspections, but we, as the state building official, have to do required code inspections. And when we first started this, we had just switched to electronic document review, where we don't have paper documents anymore. And so the only thing that we needed to do then was to come up with a way to do these construction inspections. And we had previously done remote inspections, like in the western part of the state, 6-hour drive away, photographs, but photographs, you never get what you want. And so we decided that we would try a virtual or live inspection process. And basically what we do is we get somebody with a camera, and they go on the site, and there's somebody in front of them with a tape measure and ladder and stuff, and we walk through and we look at stuff. We do the inspections. We do a lot of incremental inspections. We do, because it's so much easier to go everywhere now. We just get a call and go, okay, 10 o'clock, be at an inspection, and they do it.
DEB inspections, and that's the Division of Engineering and Buildings, we're tasked with issuing building permits for buildings on state-owned property, and this is throughout the state. And after we issue the building permit, we do inspections, and ultimately we issue a certificate of use and occupancy. Our inspections are comprised of an under slab inspection, there's an open wall inspection, an above ceiling inspection, and a substantial completion inspection. The participants in that inspection we can have a group of 25 people at an inspection for a larger project, and so that's a lot of people involved. It really depends on the inspection and the project, but trying to maintain that focus in certain areas. If you have like a small room that you're focusing in on, whereas only a few people might be able to get into that room, that way everyone in the group can be involved. Also, you can hear the comments that the other reviewers are making and follow the conversation and the train of thought. I think so, yes. Again, I have really embraced electronic document reviews, whereas I used to use primarily hard copy reviews if I had the option. And I would always grab that hard copy set instead of going into the electronic file, just because it was something I was used to. And I've really embraced it just because it's faster and it's easier, and it's more convenient for me to review an electronic document submittal.
I am Steve Matsko. I'm the Director of Engineering and Code Compliance at the Division of Engineering and Buildings for the Commonwealth of Virginia. When we first started, we couldn't figure out exactly what to do. We are a diverse Commonwealth. We have Eastern Shore, we have the mountains of Southwest Virginia, and we're the building official for all of that. And the connectivity issues vary greatly. We go to a state park and try to get Wi-Fi service or cell service. Forget it. It's not going to happen. Or you go to downtown Richmond or VCU or one of the agencies downtown. It's excellent. So what we did was we modeled a couple of agencies. James Madison University was instrumental in helping us get this going. We had them try it with Wi-Fi, wouldn't work, try it with cell phone, wouldn't work, and that's where I was given the example of using a long, a 300-foot Cat5 cable with a mini router, carrying it around with us. A gimbal mount is absolutely, if not, they've got to pass out Dramamine at the beginning of the inspection, because it goes up and down, left and right. You got to have good communications between the inspection team and the person actually running the camera. Go slower, go faster, let it focus. Point the camera up at the VAV box. Point the camera over here so I can look at this. So communication. You need someone on the other end. You have a person running the camera, but then you need a person on the other end who is somewhat construction savvy. Measure the distance between that beam and that wall. If they don't know what a beam and a wall is, we're starting over. So we need that person to have some construction savvy. And then they need to have the right tools. A ladder, a tape measure, some meters, a GFCI meter, a good flashlight, and a lot of patience.
I am the Director of Architecture and Professional Services, and the lead reviewers, the architects who work for me, have been wonderful. They've just jumped right in. They have embraced the idea of doing virtual inspections, keeping the projects moving ahead. I mean, there's been challenges in terms of making sure the technology's right and getting other people on board, but they have just done a really good job. They are the ones who are the face of DEB on the inspection. They are the ones who initiate the original, what they're talking about, what the inspection is going to be about. They introduce the other team members. They talk to the contractor and the agency personnel about what the intent of the inspection is, and then they, work with them to conduct the inspection. The system of doing virtual inspections instead of in-person inspections has really been rewarding in that we have been able to keep the projects moving forward. We've been able to keep everyone safe. I mean, that is number one critical thing to do, is to keep all of our team members safe and other people on the site safe.
It's kind of open-ended about working at home. I think I mentioned earlier, I really enjoy working at home. I love being at home with my dogs. I have one by my side just about all day long. That's a lot of fun. And I do miss my coworkers as well. I do like the flexibility there.
We are able to eliminate the travel, which is always a good thing. It allows us to do more inspections. We get to do them more frequently.
So we have found that it's cost efficient, time efficient. It is more responsive. And so I suspect that we're going to probably continue with 90%, if not more, of what we do. There's certain instances where you actually have to go when it's like in the bottom of a basement or something. You can't get Wi-Fi or internet. And there's certain things where actually certain things like that you just can't do remotely. But there's some things that you can do remotely much better. We had an example, and Steve can talk about it, where we had what's called a smoke control test. And so on a smoke control test, there's people in like 10 or 12 places in the building. And they're on the phone, and so they're at a door they're at the main fire control panel. They're at a stairway door. They're at the front door. And it used to be that we're all going, did the door open? Did the door shut? Did the fan come on? And now we get the Brady Bunch up, and the Brady Bunch, and you can watch, you can see the door, you can talk to that guy, you can talk to that guy, and you can see what's going on. And so it actually works better for that.
The three tips that I would give to other state agencies, one would be to see if we can't figure the depth perception issue. With looking through a single cell phone lens, or you don't have any depth perception, and sometimes you can't tell if you're 6 feet or 6 miles. Have a party on the other end that has patience and some building construction knowledge. It's very difficult to have somebody to measure the distance between a wide flange and a column if they don't know the difference between a wide flange and a column. And the third thing is that we need to have a good Wi-Fi cellular connection. That's critical. Without that Wi-Fi and cellular connection, this whole process is for naught. We're back to the way we were doing it before all this started, with taking some digital pictures, digital photos, sending them in and looking at them.